everyone, it's Julie here again. I've got some more Icord to show you, just a little bit, as you can see. Well, actually, this is just a little bit of what I've done over the months since I got my beautiful machine here. This is my machine. There we go. I've got to give it a name. Okay, now this little sweetheart arrived here on New Year's Eve. Okay, and I don't think that she's been off since. I mean, I think she's had a day off today. I haven't had her on today, but usually I've got her going every day. So this is my beautiful little machine that I've done all this cord with. I did have one of the other ones to start with. This is the iPro. This one, the blue one is the iPro, and I did have the other one, the other K-Dome one, which is an electric one, which you have to put weights on and you clamp it to the table and it goes down. But this one is far better than that. So I just wanted to show you some of these cords that I've actually done here. Now this is just a selection of called different cords, different yarns, different colours, different textures. Now this is just some. I don't know whether I'll be able to get it in because I'll have to put the camera up higher. This bag here is full to the top of Icord. And this is a bag, an Asda bag for life. It's full up to the top with Icord. So I'm not going to actually tip that out onto the table because it would cover it. But I've just got a selection out. This is what I've done quite recently, and I can show you what I've done here with different yarn textures, different colours and everything. I'll go through that with you. So let me just have a drink, just excuse me. I've got a bit of a dry throat because of all the talking. Now, if I can remember what yarns these are, I'll tell you, but some of these yarns I just found odd balls and I thought, oh, that'll make a nice Icord, so I just chucked it on the machine. It was just an odd ball here and an odd ball there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through some of it with you. Some I've got long bits, some I've got short bits. So what I'm going to start off with, let's start off with this one. Okay, now this one it's a lovely Icord, and it's been made from a yarn called King Cole Cuddles double knitting, which is a 3-weight. It's now been discontinued. King Cole do make cuddles, but it's only a chunky, and a chunky is much thicker, and I haven't tried that through the machine. So, but this has made a nice fluffy cord there, as you can see. And this went through really, really nicely, this one. And it's lovely and soft. So that's that one. That's a really nice, soft. I mean, they do say don't use these fluffy yarns in these machines, but I'll try anything, you know, as long as I don't break it. Here's another fluffy one. Now, I've got no idea what this yarn is. This was just a ball that had no label on it that's been in my stash for yonks. But again, this is another fluffy one. I think this is a more of a thicker weight because you can see that it's much thicker than that. You can see it is. But this has got an iridescent shimmer running through it. I don't actually know whether you can see that. You probably can just here. But that's corded quite nicely as well. There's no catches or anything in that. That's corded quite nice, but I've got no idea what that is at all. Now that's what the yarn looks like. That's the end. So you can see that there. It looks quite sweet there. But I do like that. I have to make a headband with that. Right, so next we've got, let's do this purple one. Now this purple one is 2 strands. You can see I've got 2 strands of yarn. I've got like a mohairy type, which is very, very thin, I'd say 2-ply mohairy type yarn with a purple number 3. And I put them through together, and this is how it came out. And I think it came out really well. I do like to experiment and stuff, you know, with textures and colours and everything. I've no idea what these yarns are because they was just rolled into a ball. And I just thought that they'd look nice together as a cord. So let me know what you think. Do you like that one? I think that's quite nice, that. That's a nice one. And carrying on with the double yarn, we've got a pink here. A pink and white one. Now, again, no idea what the yarn is because it was in a ball, but this is like a hot fuchsia pink and a white. The pink's got a little sparkle going through it. That's the pink. The sparkle going through it there. I've actually used quite a lot of this. That's why there's not much of it left. I've used quite a lot of this. And this is quite, it looks like they're both double knit yarns. And they went through quite well together. And it's nice, sturdy. I mean, you can see it's not flopping. If I'm holding it like that, it's not sort of flopping like that. It will stay up on its own. So that's quite a nice yarn there. The pink and the white. And now there's another one with a sparkle in it. And this is I know this yarn. This is a company called Knitco. And this is this yarn's called Good Old Fashioned DK Sparkle, or no, it's not sparkle, glitter, because it's got, you can see it's got a glitter through it. You can see that there. It's where there's a little bit sticking up there where it's quite missed it. And that's got a glitter through it, and it's like a gingerbread man colour. I did actually make a gingerbread man at Christmas with this, in this colour, which is quite nice. Again, but this is like, it's not too, there's 2 strands of yarn there, but it's actually not 2 strands of yarn. It's twisted. The yarn is actually twisted, and it's just come untwisted. So when it's actually on the ball of yarn, it is actually twisted together. So, and it's a double knit yarn. There's 3 weight. And that's quite, I mean, that will flop when you lift it up. That will flop down because it's a quite nice cord. So that looks like it goes through the machine okay, apart from that little glittery bit there which it missed. So that's that one. And then I've got, let's look at this blue. Now this one's all wound up. This is a beautiful royal blue acrylic. There's a nice beautiful royal blue acrylic. Now this is nice. This is not caught up. Well, let's have a look. This is not caught up. There's a little drop there, right at the very end there. But I think most of this is corded really nicely. This is a double knit as well. I'm not sure what yarn it is, but it's a double knit. I've got, my hair gets everywhere. Sorry about that, folks. And that's a really pretty blue acrylic 4-ply. I was going to say 3, but no, not 4-ply. Oh, double knitting. Sorry, beg your pardon. It's not 4-ply. It's double knitting. So that's the royal blue there. So now let's see what else we've got here. Now let's go for this white here. Now this white is actually, I think this white is attached to something because all this is all white. Now this is a brushed double knit, which is it's fluffy, and you can see that. See how that it's got a pile. It looks like mohairy, but it's not. It's acrylic, but it's brushed, and it just gives a fluffy appearance, which I think is really nice. And this is double knit, and it goes through really well. Now I've done a great big long yarn cord here, and all this, most of this here is all one cord, but it's just different colours. And you can see it's attached to the brown there, look, so we'll do that. But this is nice. This white is really nice. It's lovely and soft. I'm not sure what white it is. I know it's a brushed double knitting, a 3-weight, a light worsted 8-ply. But that's very, very soft. That's lovely, that. I quite like that one. Right, so and you can see it's attached to the brown. Now the brown is I know what the brown is. The brown is a yarn called Papaya Love, and again it's a 3-weight. It's a double knitting, light worsted 8-ply, and this has made lovely yarn as well. There's a few catches, but there's no bunching or anything, and it's just made a nice soft. It's really lovely and soft as well. So that's attached to the white there. So this one here, this is also attached. This cream. Now this cream is attached to the brown, but you can see the difference in this. If I hold that up there, you can see the difference. This one is a 4-weight. The cream is an Aran. It's 100% acrylic Aran. It's a 4-weight. It's much sturdier, as you can see there. It's much thicker, much sturdier. I do like that. That's very nice, that is. And then that we've got some more white. Right. Then I'm going to leave the blue for now, and I'm going to take you over to these orange and yellow. Now what I've got here is, again, I've got another doubled. I've got another double yarn here, which is yellow and orange. I was just going to pull it out to give you an idea if you can see the yarn. There we go. So these are both double knitting weight yarns. Not sure again which they are, because I think it's another ball that I've just pulled out the box and thought that'll make a nice cord. But I've done the orange, and this is what I did my sunflowers when I made my sunflower bag. This is what I made the sunflowers with. So I was just letting the cord go through the machine, and there's a couple of bumps there, and there's a big bump there, but as it was going through the machine, I run out of orange, and it's just carried on with one strand. So you can see the difference between one strand and 2 strands. You've got a much thicker, sturdier cord, even though the single strand has made a lovely yellow cord. So that's the orange and the yellow. This one is a variegated yarn that I had. Not that piece, that's a different piece altogether. This is a variegated yarn. It's blue, yellow, pink, white, this one. This is another double knit number 3 yarn. And you can see this is very soft. I think this, I think this is a James Brett one, but I can't be sure. I really can't. But it's a variegated yarn, and it's just self-patterned all the way through, which I think is quite, apart from that purple bit there. It's self-patterned all the way through, which I think is really nice. And it's lovely and soft. So we're going to put that down there, and then we're going to go to this one, which is another 4-weight yarn. This is an Aran. This is an Aran tweed. I think this one is. I think this is an emu. It's either an emu or a Woolcraft Aran tweed. 4-weight, this one, and it's a tweed. It's got little flecks in it. It's I think it's 90% polyester and 10% viscose, because it's got the fluffy bits in it, I think. I'm not sure, I don't have the label, but so I've used a lot of this. I did make quite a lot of this, but I've used this because I do like this colour, this pink. I mean, it's because it's pink, but it's got, you can see it's got all different colours all running through it, which I think is really pretty. So that's the number 4 Aran tweed. And these last ones here, all these little bits, I've got bits everywhere. These last ones that I've got here, and these are still, I've got the blue, which is a very thin, the blue is very thin, probably 1, maybe 2 ply. And the blue is just a regular acrylic 4 double knitting. I don't know, I'm not even with it today. I was up at stupid o'clock this morning, that's why I'm tired and I'm getting all the words all mixed up. Yeah, anyway, it's double knitting. It's not 3 ply, it's not 4 ply, it's double knitting. So that's the blues there. The dark blue is the very thin 2 ply and the double knit. As we go along, I've got some of the same blue with a white. And the white is, I think the white is a double knit. I mean, it's bumped, and it didn't like this white very much. As you can see there, I started off with the blue there, and then I changed it to white, and then I put the blue on the white just to see what it would come out like. But as you can see, the white, it didn't like, the machine didn't like this white at all. So I thought that's why I thought I'd put the blue with it to see if it made a difference. But it's still not happy. There's still bumps and drops and everything. I can use it, but you know, the machine wasn't pleased with that. There's another bump and drop there. So, and that's the white, and the white goes all the way through there. And I did have yellow on there, but I used that for my little basket yesterday. So that's a selection of cords that I've done over the last couple of days. That's the selection of cords that I've done. And you can see the difference in the thickness of the cords as to what I've used. I've used the double. The doubles are, they're thick, they're sturdy. They would be excellent for making things that need a bit more, I don't know what you'd say. I was going to say a bit more stirred, but that's not even a word, is it? Stirred's not a word. you know, if you need a more rigid, that's it, rigid. If you was using it for a more rigid project, perhaps like a basket or something, you know, you could use that because it's more rigid, and the basket would be more more sturdy. So those are the double stranded yarns, cords there. We've got our, oh, there's another double stranded there, the purple one there, look. And then we've got our fluffies here. These two are the fluffy ones. So we're just going over, we've got our fluffy cords there. Then we've got our Aran, which is the cream. Aran, lovely Aran cord. And then we've got our brown double. We've got our white double that's brushed. And then we've got our blue, which is blue. And we've got the variegated one and the little pink there as well. So that's those there. And that's my cord stash for today. Hope you can join me next time for another cord stash. See you all soon. TTFN.